Hello, this is Lab 6 Part 2, CST 336. It's Sam, and so far we've gotten to this, but we need to finish these last two questions and submitting the quiz grading. So we're going to go in, and I'm going to paste two steps right here because they're pretty much the same. Actually, I'm just going to paste all the steps, but I'll explain what everything's doing. So we're going to go here, and we're going to paste in a couple more steps, and we're going to add a space in here. For some reason it likes that. And so what we're going to do here is the first step 3, we're creating an H3, just what is cat in Spanish. Then we're writing an input type as text so that a user can just type text in. And we're giving an ID of Q2 so that we can check to see if the user put in the right answer or not. In step 4, we're going to create an H3, just what is dog in Spanish, and we're going to create 4 radio buttons, all with the same input type, radio, all with the same name, Q3, but a different value so that we know which one the user chose. And I'm going to save and upload, and you'll see that we have it's taken a long time to upload. Here, I'll reload again. There you go. So it has our 2 questions and also this submit button we created. So it's just an input type button. It says submit quiz, and it has an ID of submit quiz. We also created this H2. It has an ID of grade, and it's basically we're gonna put the grade once the user has clicked submit quiz. So now I've written all this HTML. We can now start writing the jQuery to grade the quiz, and we'll be done with Lab 6. So we're gonna go down to our body, or below our body to where all our code is, and we're gonna paste in after this click function, which we've closed here. We're going to paste in another click function, and it's going to call submit quiz, and it's going to be a click function. First, we're going to create a variable called grade, and we're going to assign it to a 0 because obviously their grade's at 0 to start. The first if we're going to write is for answer 1. If you remember in the previous one, we stored up here, we stored answer 1 as the attribute ID that the user clicked on for whatever image they clicked on. And we're going to compare it to chicken because that's the correct answer, and if the ID equals chicken, if they clicked on chicken, the grade will go to 20. So for the second step, we're declaring var answer 2, and we're selecting from Q2, which was that ID we created for what is cat in Spanish, and we are grabbing the value of whatever they typed in, and then using toUppercase, which is a function, to put whatever text value we grabbed into all uppercase, and we're saying if answer 2 compared to gato, then add 20 to it. So now if they've chosen chicken and cat, they'll get to 40. And now for the last question, this one right here, the radio buttons for what is dog in Spanish, we're going to create another variable called answer3 and assign it to the input type radio, checked, the one that's clicked, .val, so grabbing that value, so it'll be one of these values here, and we're comparing it to dog, and if they checked the dog box, the paro, then they'll get another 20, and they'll have the full 60-point grade. And now here, in our ID grade, that H2 we created, we're using .html, which will just insert HTML. First in the quotations, we're just printing out grade, and then we're concatenating grade, the variable, to HTML. So if we save, and I re-upload, and reload, if I just choose the chicken and hit submit quiz, I'll get a 20. If I type in gato, I'll get a 40. And see, it doesn't matter If it's uppercase or lowercase, it'll still be good. If I misspell, then it'll go back to 20. So if I have the correct thing and then I choose what is dog in Spanish as well, I should get my full 60 grade. So that's lab 6. Hopefully the font was bigger this time and easier to read for everyone. And I hope it was easy to follow. Thanks for listening.